What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and Pedro Pascal's public meltdown continued late into last night as the star of The Mandalorian, Disney, Star Wars, Lucasfilm, come get ya boy, after he was called out for what he posted and then subsequently deleted but refused to walk back. He in fact doubled down on his thoughts. What he posted was the equivalent of comparing half of his fans, half of this country, to literal Nazis because they don't think the way that he does. And if you think I'm being hyperbolic, if you think I'm exaggerating, I'm really not. And he would go to double down on that thought. But let's take a look at what made him get back into this last night. Now, if you watch, I did 2 videos last night about this. Pedro Pascal, what he posted in the aftermath of the mainstream media declaring victory for Joe Biden, this is what he wrote. This on Instagram and Twitter, he shared it and subsequently deleted it about 5 hours later or so. Losers in 1865. Confederate flag. Losers in 1945. Nazi flag. Losers in 2020. MAGA hats. So that is what you are doing. The star of the best of Disney Star Wars. For those people that really like The Mandalorian, here's your man. He is comparing half of America and half of Star Wars fans to literal fucking Nazis because he doesn't agree with you. He deleted that. But as we'll go to show, he still thinks that and in fact doubled down. But Geeks and Gamers tweets this out. Now this all happened after I made my initial video destroying Pedro Pascal for doing this. Steph from My Nerdy Home, make sure you subscribe to her. She tweeted that out and he responded. Pedro Pascal saw the video and he responded to her in a mocking manner, making fun of her, sicking his, 17-year-old LGBT gender queer, whatever they are, army. Right? That's what happened. We talked about that last night. Geeks and Gamers makes a video. Doesn't even tag Pedro, but don't worry, he's going to see it. The Mandalorian meltdown on social media. Pedro Pascal attacks fans and deletes the tweet. Geeks and Gamers covers the story, and then here is that video. Pedro Pascal responds hours later. Hours after this original post. This was at 6:50 p.m. Pacific time. Pedro responds at 11 o'clock. Stay on top of it. Now, all along the way, this dude has not denied thinking what he thought. He has not denied the fact that he thinks that Trump supporters are fucking Nazis. We can even see right here, this is on that initial tweet that Steph put out, right? Calling him out for what he said. He never denies it, never walks it back. And in fact, if you go over here, look at what he says in his response. Without restating the obvious, you feel me about the MAGA hats, right? So I think he was forced to delete that tweet by the uppers at Lucasfilm and Disney. That's what I think, because he definitely feels that way. He doesn't give a shit if you think that that's how he feels, because that's how he feels. But he says, stay on top of it. Jeremy goes and starts up a stream and even invites Pedro on the stream. And it's very clear that he's watching. Not only that he watched this initial video, but an hour after he tweets this out, what does he say? I love the way he says Pedro. An hour after that, he was watching the stream from Jeremy that Jeremy put out. And of course, we can go ahead and look right here. We can go look at Geeks and Gamers. They invited him on the stream. Multiple times, Jeremy reached out and said, come on the stream, we'll talk to you. But no, he's not going to actually talk to someone. He's going to sit there in his fucking mansion, wherever the fuck he lives, and he's just going to use social media. That's all he's going to do. He doesn't want to actually talk to anybody because he's a fucking pussy. He's just going to come in with his 500,000 followers, shit on someone, and leave. That's what he's going to do because he doesn't want to actually have a conversation, because he thinks that if you don't think the same way as him, you're fucking evil. You're a racist. You're a sexist. You're a fucking Nazi. That's what this dude right here truly and firmly believes. And I saw a lot of people agreeing with him, retweeting him in the Star Wars fandom, the scooping community. These absolute losers. Yeah, I saw a lot of that, and I'll remember that. I will remember that. Don't worry. We'll talk about it on a stream later probably. But you can see, and he continued to melt down and respond to so many people. Look at Stephen Wayne Art. This was an absolutely ridiculous post. This dude, William Hudson Hot Dog, puts out one of the dumbest things I've ever fucking seen. I'm a Republican. I voted for Trump in 2016. I voted for Jorgensen this time around. I don't understand the fandom menace snowflakes hating on Pedro Pascal for being excited his candidate won and Trump will leave office. Y'all acting like snowflakes now. Literally no one's upset with that. No one is upset, and in fact, I would say half the country is celebrating that. That's how this works, if you haven't realized. Half the country hates the man in office, half the country loves the man in office. That's typically how it works, and it will be that way for a very long time. So no, it's not the fact that he's excited about Joe Biden. Stephen Wayne Art puts it really well. Nobody cares who he's voting for. This ain't about politics. It's about insulting half the Star Wars fandom paying customers by comparing us to racists, slave masters, and Nazis. That's the kind of trash the real fandom menace has always stood against. Billy, wise up. And of course, he responds. This is just a man with lipstick. I don't really understand what that is. Is he saying he's putting on makeup? Is he saying it's a clown response? I don't know. This is the type of coded language that he uses to interact with his minor transgender audience, I suppose. I don't really know. They all use these emotes. Maybe that's coded messaging to them. I don't know. Pedro, you have to elaborate. Even your fans don't know what you're talking about. But this meltdown, and that's exactly what it is, he retweeted that. His 500,000 followers likely would not have seen this post. He never denied that this is what he means. He never said, oh, I was misunderstood, I made a mistake. No, this is what he fucking believes. I think he was forced to delete it. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think he was forced to delete that initial tweet. It's almost like maybe Disney and maybe Lucasfilm knows it's not a good look to alienate half your audience. But you can go look through some of the replies. There are people canceling their Disney Plus in droves. Nothing impactful yet. Nothing impactful yet. I've seen maybe 50 people or so cancel their Disney Plus due to this, but I also haven't looked through a whole lot of stuff. And as this continues, as the fallout from the mainstream media announcing Joe Biden as the presidential elect, the fallout of that is going to be things like this. People in Hollywood who think that it's fair game to call you whatever they want, to put you on a list because they don't think that you voted the same way that they did. It is an absolute disgrace to the name of Star Wars and the name of Lucasfilm, the fact that Pedro Pascal is out here doing this. You think that George Lucas, I think George Lucas is probably pretty left-wing. You think that George Lucas would have been okay with somebody telling half of his audience to fuck off, to call them that? It's absolutely disgusting, but it's not really a surprise anymore from Disney, Star Wars, and Lucasfilm. Pedro Pascal is the scum of the fucking earth. That is the bottom line. I said it in my last video. I will never call for someone to be fired. I see some of that going on right now. No, I think that if you fucking don't like that shit, just don't watch it. Speak with your wallet. If you're one of the people that's paying for Disney Plus, and I've told you several times, I get it free with Verizon. I've never paid a dime for Disney Plus, and I never will. But if you're one of those people who's doing it for the Mandalorian, hey, if you don't agree with this, then speak with your wallet if that's really the case. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.